I've got
baking soda. I got baking soda.
No. This is Carlyle's Picks and your Fast Life Car channel, and today we're talking about the new Dodge Demon.
When we started out to build a Demon, we didn't start out to compete with anyone else in the industry. We started out working from our background and being the best version of what we could be.
The drag racing variant to the SRT Hellcat. This is a car that will launch the front tires 2.9 inches off the ground. That is a production record. Yes, this car does wheelies. Anyway, now this car is going to do mid-9s in a quarter mile. The factory time was 9.65 second quarter mile. Now this means you can find yourself banned from the race strip. Now, according to NHRA rules, this car, because of how fast it is, needs a cage, but it has no cage. But you don't have to worry about that because you will actually have to be capable of driving this car that fast.
Take your red key, fire up the most powerful V8 production engine ever put in a car. Put your car into drag mode. Once you go into drag mode, your suspension is already pre-calibrated for maximum lift off the starting line. Activate your line lock. Start spinning your drag radials. Get them hot and sticky over 200 degrees. You literally have dripping rubber off of your tires. You creep to the starting line. Adrenaline is flowing. Your pre-stage, you're 7 inches away from launching this car. Trans brake, check. Torque reserve, check. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Launch. You leave the starting line at 1.8 Gs.
Hey, the car is capable, but are you? It's certainly going to be challenging to master the skill of being able to drive this car fast enough to get a 9.65 second time. So as long as you continue to be as slow as you are right now, you should be fine. But if you get to be really good, then you might be banned without a cage. So get an aftermarket cage and put it in there. What's the big deal? Anyway, so I wonder, how fast will drag racers and tuners take this car? How fast will they make it be? 9.5 seconds? 9.4 seconds? Faster? Well, you're gonna have to do some significant work if you want to catch the Mustang Cobra Jet with its 8-second quarter mile. Now, it comes with free driver training, performance driver training, and I wonder why. Maybe it's because the skill level required to master its trans brake. Yes, and I'll be talking more about that in future videos, so click on that subscribe button. And actually, don't do that if you're not going to also click on the notifier icon, because if you don't click on that little bell next to the subscribed button, you won't get notified on videos, so what's the point? But anyway, back to the Dodge Demon. So let's think about this for a second. Food for thought. This is a 9-second car, which is likely going to cost you, we don't know the price yet, but it's most likely going to cost you probably about 1/10 of the price of a used Bugatti. Let that sink in for a second. Now let's talk about the specs. What are you getting for that money? You're gonna get a 6.2-liter Hemi, 840 horsepower, 770 foot-pounds of torque. That is the world's most powerful production car, the world's most powerful production V8 engine. 5.1 seconds gets you to 60 miles per hour. Hell no. In 5.1 seconds, you're doing 100 miles per hour. In 2.3 seconds, once again, in 2.3 seconds, you will find yourself doing 60 miles per hour, but only if you can master this car to launch it off the line that quick. But again, the car is capable, but are you? So what else do we have under the hood of this engine? You have a 9.65 quarter mile time at 140 miles per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I remind you this is a factory car. It also has a 2.7-liter supercharger, and for those of you salivating over the 840 horsepower, don't go to the dealer too fast and write a check too quickly. That car that you're going to see at your dealer probably only has 808 horsepower. What an embarrassment, I know. Anyway, to unlock the full fury, you will have to purchase the Demon Crate, which includes things like a new ECU map and some other things that allow you to unlock the 840 horsepower. Now, that is an insane amount of power. We're going to talk about that more in a sec, but before we do,
I'm Batman.
let's talk about the exclusivity of this car. If you're thinking you're going to be seeing Dodge Demons just all over the place, everywhere, and all your car shows everywhere all over the world, you're wrong, because there are only going to be 3,000 of these made, which means most of these cars are probably going to go to rich collectors or just rich people that aren't even going to drive them. Maybe 5% of them are going to go to you actual dedicated hardcore car enthusiasts that are actually going to have some fun with this car. So that's a very sad reality, but it is what it is. A car like this, as fast as it is, as a production car, it's going to cost a lot of money, and most of you just won't be able to afford it. And I know what you're thinking, and I'm going to tell you right now, this car is covered by the 36,000 mile warranty. Now, some of you are thinking, it's just another Hellcat. It's not just another Hellcat. This car has completely new parts. New crankshaft, camshaft, new valve train. It's got new pistons, and it's got an optional passenger seat, which will cost you $1. Uno dinero. Did I do that correctly? I don't know. Anyway, also, you can get I believe there's an option for a rear seat as well, which is also an additional $1. So if you get an extra $2 lying around, you can have a passenger seat and a rear seat. Awesome. What else have they done to this car? It's got looser front suspension, firmer rear springs. It comes with street legal drag radials. You've got a 2-step ignition timing, which is going to pre-fill the supercharger with 8 pounds of boost during your staging. Now, this car can actually put out 14.5 pounds of boost before your front tire can go from my smelly feet to my enormous head. Aha! I'm 6 feet tall, by the way. Now, more cool air is going to be fed to that beautiful engine by the largest cool air induction system on the planet. Well, in a production car anyway. This car essentially uses an air condition to cool that air, giving it all the more potent power. And that's what's giving you that amazing performance. Quite ironic that a car called the Demon has or is ingesting or inhaling some of the coolest air out there thanks to this massive cool air induction system. And not to mention, the car itself has major cool points. So, the main heat and fire of this Demon is probably going to be coming from those tires that are going to be melting on the launch. Oh yeah. This is Carlyle's Picks on your Fast Life Car channel, and this has been a special presentation of the new Dodge Demon. Oh yeah. Gotta love Dodge.
What do you think is the fastest car you've ever beaten this car?
A Z06.
Subscribe or die painfully and slowly. Let YouTube know you want more quality content by simply supporting videos and channels like this. It takes you just 1 second to let your voice be heard. Go ahead and subscribe, why don't you? While you're at it, click on the thumbs up and share this video on Reddit, Facebook, or whatever car forums you're on. I thank you so much in advance, and welcome aboard.